everybody. It's Scotty T. It's your Comedy Minute Comedy Showcase. I've got four fantastic comedians with me tonight. And starting off the show, this guy, you may have seen him on Comedy Central or one of his many other TV appearances, Naveed Mahbub. Mahbub, I think. Is that right, Naveed?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I'm gonna put a it's like my boobs, you know. So
Naveed
that's how it is.
Mahbub.
Yeah.
Naveed Mahbub, you're up, buddy. You're on the air.
Okay. Well, first of all, everybody, thank you very much for having me. Hope you can see me. Hope you can hear
Yep,
me.
you're good.
And
You
my
look
name,
great.
I can't help it. Thank you very much. And now, my name is Naveed Mahbub. And when I was working in Michigan, my boss used to call me Wanna see Mahbub. And they also called me Squeeze Mahbub.
Please, Mahbub.
And then yeah, but but anyways, then his boss, that is our director, he
Right.
calls me into his office, and he says, "Hey, Naveed, I'm really sorry that your boss Jim is making fun of you and about your name." I said, "No, that's perfectly fine," because that time I was new in the US. I didn't know why the director was apologizing to me. But then I realized later on that he was concerned that I may sue the company for harassment. And had I known, I would have and become rich. But anyway, that opportunity is gone. So, so and guess what? This was in the Midwest, and his name was Craig White. How white can you get? Now, I told Craig, hey, no issues, don't worry. Jim can say whatever he wants to say about my name.
Right.
And Jim's last name is spelled Baal, which in my country, Bangladesh, means pubic hair. And for the next 5 minutes, Craig White was rolling on the floor, laughing his white ass off. This was the analog days, first time I ever witnessed what's called Roful Mao. And then Craig White said that, Naveed, that was a great comeback. I said, no, you come back to Bangladesh and I'll tell you that is exactly what that word means. Now, within 7 days, the company with 200 people started calling Jim as not Jim Bale, but as Jim Pube. And then after 30 years, the automotive industry, everybody calls him Jim Pube. But anyways, I am back in the US now. I went back to Bangladesh
Right.
as a recession refugee. This was back in 2009 when there was a subprime mortgage crisis, if you recall. And that time I was flipping properties, made a ton of money. So if you want to blame somebody for the subprime mortgage crisis, you're looking at that guy right now. So we moved back to Bangladesh, become a recession refugee. And then now, after all these years, I'm back in the US as what you call a fob, fresh off the
Boat.
Boeing. No, Boeing. I came in style, man. Don't underestimate me. I got a free upgrade from cargo to economy. And then I come to the US and I find that the US has become like Bangladesh, exactly like Bangladesh. There's corruption here, there's corruption in Bangladesh. Corruption here is wholesale, over there is retail. That's the only difference. And then I find out that the president has received a Boeing 747
Yeah.
from the government of Qatar,
Right.
which is worth $400 million. Now, I used to work for the corporate world, as I mentioned, and we had to go through compliance training. And we were told that you cannot accept gifts from anybody worth more than $5. So that means then if you want to take me out for a business dinner, it can at best be McDonald's. And also without the fries. So then I'm doing the math. $5, anything above $5 is corruption. So let's see, $400 million,
Times
Boeing
five.
747. I don't know. The math is going to just go off the scale. By the way, the pronunciation is Qatar. You say Qatar here in the US, right?
Cutter, yeah.
No, it's not Qatar. It's Qatar.
Qatar.
Qatar. Okay? not even Qatar, Qatar. This is a
Qatar.
phonetic slang. Qatar, exactly. It's like, it's not Iraq, it's Iraq. I mean, come on, America. If you invade a country, at least pronounce it right. Anyways, I don't know if I've whatever I said. This is outdoors. I don't know if Ice is gonna show up now for doing all this comedy. I'm trash over here. I just did some halal grocery right now. So yeah, that's my time. I think I get 5 minutes. That's me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Naveed. That was wonderful. I appreciate you being here. And next up, very, very funny young lady. She's the co-host of the BadFanFic podcast, I think. Did I say that right, Rebecca? You're muted, Rebecca.
Oh, sorry. Yep, BadFanFic.
What is it? Tell everybody again. It's called the
BadFanFic.
BadFanFic podcast.
BadFanFic, like bad fan fiction.
Yeah, right. I watched a little of it today. It's nice to have you here.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, and we'll let you go ahead. You got 5 minutes. Have at it.
But yeah, no. I do as an autistic person, I do enjoy doing a good Zoom show because you don't have to make eye contact with anyone. No, I did get officially diagnosed with autism a bit ago. I've been a little worried coming out as autistic because I'm like, what if people don't believe me that I am? But so far everyone has. It is weird because I feel like autism, like it's really like trendy to self-diagnose with autism nowadays, and ever since I got the official diagnosis, I feel so superior to those people, right? Like whenever I hear somebody say they're autistic, I'm like, are you actually, or are you just annoying? Because I have proof from a doctor that I am both. I do feel like sometimes as an autistic woman, though, I tend to attract a lot of creeps.
Yeah.
Because I actually prefer it when men stare at my chest when they talk to me. I can meet a nice, respectful guy, and I'm like, hey, eyes down here, buddy. But no, it is hard dating, right? Like I feel like online dating really sucks. Like I actually like I want to start a dating app where you just agree not to meet up or go on any dates or ever talk, and instead you just stay home and eat a sandwich. That would be better. I was trying to do Tinder for a bit, but I had to get off. I'm like too depressed, you know. Like I kept messaging people like, sorry, can we reschedule tonight? I know it's really last minute, but I just remembered that I'm wildly depressed and had no interest in actually meeting you. No, I do feel like this might be a little controversial, but I kind of feel like the Me Too movement ruined dating a little bit, right? Because like I think like most of us can agree that meeting people in real life in person is better than dating apps. And I feel like ever since the Me Too movement, men have been like too scared to ask women out in person because they're pussies, right? Like I feel like back in 2017, women told men, only talk to us if you can do it respectfully. And men heard that and they were like, okay, we won't talk to you. But I actually like I wrote a little song about like how I feel about like this phenomenon. I'm gonna play it for you guys.
Okay.
It's like, look, I know that our old dating culture was wrong, but I really feel like we've overcorrected. I can't deal with dating apps anymore. I just want to passively let men approach me in public, but they're all too scared to nowadays. And I'm telling you through this song that it's okay to treat me like it's 99. Oh, baby, baby, I see you there on that chair, acting like you want me. Oh, baby, baby, but you are so scared that I will me too you. You could lose all your clients and they'll be like, wow, what a douche. Oh, baby, baby, yes, you can hit on me. You don't have to be scared. I know you're aware of gender dynamics. Just don't be creepy and take no for an answer. If I'm not into you, I might be like you and make fun of you. Oh, baby, baby, but it's secretly fine. I don't always mind. It's a real nice ego boost. Just again, don't be creepy and take no for an answer. But yeah, I think that's maybe time. I'm stopping, sorry. I'm awkwardly stopping. I'm awkwardly transitioning from singing to not saying anything.
Okay. Are we done? I don't want to interrupt. You're kind of scaring the hell out of me.
I'm scaring you. Okay, sorry. I'm done. I'm done doing this.
Hey, I wasn't about to interrupt you. You scared the hell out of me.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Well, next up, this guy here, him and I spoke today on the phone a little bit. He's the winner of the Palm Spring Comedy Festival and a very funny young man. Again, we had some fun today on the phone. Shubh Panda. I think that, did I say it right? Shubh?
Yes.
Shubh Panda's here, and Shubh's got a show tonight and is taking the time to be here. Shubh, go ahead, my friend.
You know what Trump said? They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Big deal. They're eating the cows. 350 million people eating cows. America needs more options. One God, two parties, three stooges. I have a tech job, and most of the girls I date, they have a broken computer in their home. I don't like my coworkers because every time we order pizza, they say pepperoni pizza. And then they all end up eating my cheese pizza. So I went up to them and I told them, hey man, why are you eating my cheese pizza? And they said, don't have a cow. I said, that's right. I can't eat the cow, but I do have a cow. Matter of fact, I grew up with a cow. I'll take my cow on a walk. She was very well behaved with or without the leash. I'll talk to my cow every day. She will listen to me, everything that I have to say. She's the best therapist that one can ask for. Sometimes she gave me some cow dung. That's all I have to deal with. I come to New York City. It's so difficult to find a good therapist. I went to a therapist and she excused me, even went to the bathroom. I thought she's getting ready to get me cow dung. But all she gave me was bullshit. Yes, cows improve relationship. You know, my grandfather had a cow, and he will milk the cow every day. And then my grandma have to make cheese, ghee, buttermilk, ice cream, you name it. There is no time to fight. And if you don't milk the cow, there is a mad cow in the yard. You don't want to get mad cow. And one day, my coworkers, they saw me eating some meat topping pizza. And they said, holy cow. I was like, no, it's not cow, it's golden retriever. Now my coworkers, they don't like me. They said, why India did not support Ukraine in the war? I was like, why you guys been eating my cheese pizza all these days? Yeah, you know what Trump said? Like India and Pakistan, they've been fighting for thousands of years. No, it's not true. There was no Pakistan before 1947. I don't like Gandhi. because of Gandhi said, eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, which is not true. Think about it. If I take one of your eyes, you take one of mine, then I take your second eye. Then I'm the king. Yeah, I don't like Gandhi because of Gandhi, the country got split into two, India and Pakistan. I'm not saying anything wrong with a new state and Gandhi's two-state solution. All I'm saying, if the country stayed together, India and Pakistan, there could have been many more tech company CEOs. Yeah, people think India is not progressive. India is way progressive. In 1967, 57 years back, we had a woman prime minister. She broke the glass ceiling, as well as she broke Pakistan into two pieces. Woman power. That's how the state of Bangladesh got created. I'm not saying anything wrong with her two-state solution. All I'm saying, if Bangladesh and Pakistan stayed together, now there could have been many more T-shirt companies. Yeah, there's people, if you talk about, I got to Bronx Zoo and I got to see the buffalo.
Right.
If you see the buffalo, you think about steak. Where I come from, we have water buffaloes. When I see a buffalo, I think about like milk, cheese, mozzarella sticks. I had a water buffalo and I took my water buffalo on a train. Like people taking their bikes on a train. As soon as I get off train, I ride my water buffalo to home. But the city did not like it. They said your pet is taking too much space. Now I have to find a water buffalo bag. I got a water buffalo bag from Amazon, and my water buffalo doesn't like it being carried in a bag made out of water buffalo skin. All right, you all been amazing. Thank you very much.
Oh, Shub, I was going to ask about wings. You mentioned all the buffalo. I thought maybe wings.
So, my
Maybe
water
you
buffalo.
add that in.
Yes, working on it. I have a bit. If I have time, I can tell.
Well, last up, this guy's the guy that put it all together. He's been on the show before, and I personally think he's crazy as shit. But I love him,
In a good
and I got to tell you, I think the world of him. I was joking. Patrick Golden, my friend, go ahead.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for having me, Scotty T. Happy Pride Month, everybody. I'm not gay, but most of my family thinks I am gay.
Okay.
And the reason I know that is because my freshman year of college, I got in a joke domestic partnership relationship with someone on Facebook, just goofing around with a buddy in college.
Right.
And my grandma ended up hosting a conference call with everybody in my family, excluding me, discussing my homosexuality. And now every single time I see them, they're like constantly throwing gay slurs at me. I can't even wear bright colors around my family anymore. Every Thanksgiving, I'm dressed up like a funeral. I gotta really let them know, like I'm a blue collar guy. I'm wearing black and brown, you know. And that's not even the only mistaken identity I have. My name is Patrick Golden, but since I moved to New York City, I've actually started to experience a lot of anti-Semitism, even though I'm not a Jewish person. People will use anti-Semitic slurs at me, calling me a dirty Jew or whatever, because I think that Golden is actually a pseudonym for Goldman, and I'm just hiding the fact that I'm not Jewish. But that's crazy. It's crazy to get stereotypes thrown at you for identities you're not even a part of. But to be fair, in this, I did actually study abroad in Israel as a non-Jew. I grew up thinking I wanted to be a preacher, actually, and now I'm doing stand-up comedy, which I guess is like more honest preaching. And when I was in Israel studying there, I got accused of being a terrorist by both the Arabs and the Jews, which is crazy. Like, for instance, I went to the spot in the old city of Jerusalem. It's called the Al-Aqsa Mosque or Temple Mount, which is known in Islam to be the third holiest site. Supposedly, that's where Muhammad ascended into heaven when he died. And apparently, there's only certain days of the week that non-Muslims are allowed to go visit that site. I did not know that. I pulled up to the mosque and I was like taking selfies in front of it. And all of a sudden, I see these group of like Islamic authority men walking up and approaching me. And the first word that came out of my mouth, I was just like, Shalom. Bad idea. They thought I was a Jewish terrorist there to blow up the Al Aqsa Mosque. So I ended up getting pulled into the mosque, interrogated. They looked through all my documents, and eventually they just figured out I was a dumbass, right? I was like, damn, all right. So our first week here, people already think I'm a terrorist. So now here's when the Jews thought I was a terrorist, right? So the national airline for Israel, it's called El Al. And I was taking an El Al flight from Rome to Tel Aviv. And I showed up, I wouldn't say I showed up late to my flight, but about 30 minutes before my flight, looking very suspect. I didn't have a carry-on bag. Everything that I brought with me for this trip could be carried in just a big backpack. I get through security just fine, but I'm waiting at the gate ready to board my plane, and a group of like 10 agents that looked like they're in the Israeli FBI point at me like, that's the guy, get him. And they literally escorted me and grabbed me and like put some restraints on me and took me into some random room at the Rome airport. They strip searched me. They went through all my possessions. But the goofiest thing is that the book I had in my backpack at that time was literally the Arab-Israeli conflict for dummies. And they pull out the book and they're like, what is this book? What is this book you have right here? I was like, oh, no, I don't know. So I just want to say I'm not gay and I'm not a terrorist. Just to clear the air here tonight. I'm not trying to scare anybody. But I'm not on like a holier than thou platform. Like I did get a happy ending at a massage parlor last night. Give it up for me, everybody. Give it up for me. I don't I don't know if any of y'all have ever been to one of those places. You kind of get a little extra bit of massage if you give a little extra bit of money. And I don't know if y'all experience this during sex, but I get really hungry after I ejaculate. Anytime I have sex, I need to like go grab something to eat. So I ended up going to the Chinese restaurant next door to the massage parlor, right? And I sit down, getting ready to take my order, and a woman comes up to take my order. And the crazy thing is that this woman who's my waitress was the same lady that had just
Not
jerked me off. And what was most frustrating is that she had the nerve to ask for a $200 tip for the food too. What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing here, folks? But
Oh my.
man, it's 2025. You know, life is crazy, and yeah, that's all I got to share today. Thank you so much, Scott. I
Oh man,
appreciate you
Patrick, I'll
having
tell you
me
what,
on.
I don't know what to say after all that. I'm happy Pride Month. I'm glad that you had a great night with pizza and or Chinese food and or no, a massage and Chinese food, whatever you had.
Yeah,
Rebecca
pleasure.
and Naveed's left us, but Shub, Patrick, Rebecca, thank you all very much for being here.